We are back for another dope episode of your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Nate Galloway.
My bad. I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
Gotta stay hydrated over there, Boogie.
Gotta stay hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated.
Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. Let me get my light going so I can shine bright like a diamond.
Why you always late with the light? Why you always late?
I don't know. The last 2 weeks, you're right. I have been pretty late. It's when the music's coming on, I'm like, oh snaps! I gotta figure it out. Gotta make sure that the sounds is, because the producer extraordinaire, co-producer, I gotta hit the buttons. So I'm like, it's either the buttons or the shine.
Oh God, this guy
buttons or the
here,
shine.
boy. Let me make sure my button's ready.
Next week, though, I will have everything going so we can see all the beautiful blackness that we presenting out here for the peoples.
What's up?
Boogie, how you feeling?
Sir. Man, how am I feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I will say, my left eye, for some reason, I had a shoot last night. Well, yesterday.
Okay. Hollywood bugs.
I had a shoot yesterday. And I don't know about you, but do you have, and I'm talking to the listeners as well, do you have one particular eye that always like just messes up, just tweaks, moving. Just be doing lots of stuff? But for some reason, when I get my makeup done or when I do my makeup, my left eye, always my left eye. Something about my left eye. Lisa Lopez. Okay. Rest in peace. R.I.P. But my left eye stay watering.
Okay. So you got the wet eyes.
Always tearing up. I'm talking about, you touch my eye a couple times, my eye like, I don't like you. I'm about to cry it out real quick. You know what I mean? And so yesterday during the shoot, I had to work with this contraption. They blowing air. They blowing air all in my face, and they want my eyes open while said air is being blown. Not only is I'm getting cotton mouth, but my eye, particularly my left one, decides to go into a rampage.
So were you with the frames on or with the frames off? Like, was your eye, no glasses? Was it full wind exposure?
We don't do glasses. We don't do glasses on shoots.
Oh, they just like be blind. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't do glasses. I purposely don't do glasses because I'm fine. I'm fine as hell with glasses on, but without glasses, I'm out here Superman in it. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't give you contacts or anything, or is it just like be here, barefaced?
So here's the thing with contacts. I just don't trust contacts.
Gotcha.
And maybe I need to get the little tool that you can pop out contacts out of your eyes.
Oh, the little like suction cup thing?
Yeah, the little suction cup thing. But for me, I have no issue putting on contacts, but taking them off.
Gotcha.
I feel like, one of these days I'm just gonna be like, get ready to go to sleep, and then I wake up and my eyes are like bloodshot red because I forgot to take them out.
See, it's like opposite for us. I don't do the contacts either because I can't put them in. I'm the person where I'm like, the touching of the eyeball.
Really?
I can't do it. I can't. And I kind of get irritated. I don't know if you know this about me, Boogie. I get a little irritated kind of easily with certain things.
No, you don't say. No.
Certain things. I might get a little frazzled.
No, not you. Not Nate. No.
Yeah, so after like 5 minutes of being here, I went, where are my glasses? I don't need this type of struggle. And sometimes, I work from the crib, but when I wasn't working from the house, I'm that type of person who I might not necessarily leave on time, but I get to work on time, but I might not leave on time. Yeah. So I can't take that time to put those contacts in because I'm gonna be late. I'd have been late. So, but back to set though. So you had wind pushed into your eyes at 100 miles an hour.
Man,
so
they was purposely, for some reason, it was two brothers. It was not brothers, but it was two dudes. It was two dudes sitting one in front of me and right in back of me. And the director was like, aim for her face.
You know what it was, Boogie? They trying to get the hair to just be
Yep,
windy,
that's
like
what it was.
frolic. Like we want you to just frolic on the set, and it's just not doing it. Like
I'm talking about they were like, and I know it's wind blown in your face, and your first reaction is to close them, but I need you to keep them open.
I was like, is this a windbreaker commercial? What are we shooting here? Why do we need so much goddamn wind?
It's partly because for the After Effects, they're gonna CGI some stuff in.
Okay.
Um
Whoa,
and
green
they
screening it up. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna CGI some stuff in. So they need the hair to match whatever the After Effects are gonna do.
The
But anyway,
aesthetic.
my eye for some reason knew something was up. And when I that they were going, she was going to be irritated. So when the makeup artist started, and I had a lash in my eye too. That's what really
That'll
started
do
it.
it. That'll do it every
My
time.
eye was literally bawling. They was like, my
Are
eye
you
was like,
okay?
somebody get her some tissue. Medic, let her rest for a little bit. Just keep your eyes closed for a second.
That is, I was going to ask you. So, does this happen? Okay, so you said it's wind, an eyelash. Does this happen when there's like pollen, other allergens that are in the air, or is it
Great
when you
question.
outside, you got the glasses on, so you kind of got that barrier?
So I'm also one of the people that haven't quite fully accepted that I should be wearing glasses all the time.
So you just be out here. I'm blind as shit. I know I need these glasses, but we free
because
falling it. We
because
free
I
eyeballing it.
because technically I'm not blind as shit. What it is
Okay.
when it comes to screens and reading up close,
Okay. 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 Okay.
I have astigmatism. I need glasses in order to settle my eyes.
Okay. So you're not technically you. So you can drive. You can do all
Yeah, yeah,
those
yeah.
things
I could do
without
all of
them.
that. I could do
Yeah.
all of that.
But you shouldn't.
It's just because and dare I say, this is probably the first time that I'm admitting I don't think I have the right prescription on all of my glasses. I feel like I can see well, I can see
Okay.
better. It's enhanced, but I still feel like it could be better.
So are we talking to the what is it, ophthalmologist? What do we go? Optometrist?
Optometrist, you're right.
Yeah, are we talking to the optometrist? Like, hey, can we dial this up a little more? Or take
I
what are we doing here to make sure you have the proper prescription?
I'm going to get another it's time for another checkup. So I gotta
Men's
go.
crafters is like 3 times in a month. God damn it. Let's get this prescription right for this lady.
But you people that know when you have astigmatism, even
Yeah.
though the prescription looks good when you originally have it, it'll shift. Your
Yeah,
eyes
it
will
does.
shift and be like, "Bitch, you thought you had it right." About to mess you up.
There are times when I will drive. I'm making a quick run, like out late at night or something. I'm just going up the street.
Yep.
Don't need these glasses at all. And then you halfway down the street, I was like, I probably should have brought my glasses.
You
And
out
I
here
apologize.
burnt up.
I seriously apologize to all of the woodland creatures that I have ran over or made to scurry across the road a little bit faster because I couldn't see you. I'm sorry. If I saw you, I might have swerved, you know.
Suicide.
I don't know what it is about people with glasses where we always think that we throw caution to the wind. It's like I don't need
Man,
these things. I can see,
not at all.
and then you just like I probably need those.
You know what? I also think about survival like tactics. What if there's an emergency and we have to go? And they're
It's
like,
very
"Drop
true.
everything." You can't just grab an extra pair of glasses just in case, you know what I'm saying? Something happens. Like, why
So you
we
got to
don't
have your
have a
emergency kit ready, Boogie. You got to
I
have your
know.
emergency kit.
That's true. Cause we don't hear about TV shows, um, what is it called? Like zombie
The
breaking
doomsday preppers and
what
stuff.
whatever those TV shows, what's the zombie
Oh, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. The have you seen any character with glasses? No, they all have perfect freaking vision for some reason.
Well, no. Well, the people with the glasses, they usually die first because they like
Ah,
fall. I
ah,
cracked my glasses. I can't find them,
ah.
and the zombie eats them. That's usually why we don't see them in later
Yeah,
episodes.
all of these
You know.
post-apocalyptic, like, either you better learn, either your eyes get trained to to see the world that way forever, or you perish. Like, that's
You know what
it.
it is? You have to so here's what I'm learning from you right now, Boogie, because what you're letting me know is a lot of us aren't prepared. So I'm gonna start prepping a little doomsday kit and everything, all that type of stuff.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
yeah.
include those little lanyard things for the glasses, like the old people be wearing that. I'm
Ooh,
gonna include those because
yeah.
you can't lose your glasses if they're around your neck.
Yeah,
Right? It's
what
just
you gonna go to another optometrist? Ain't nobody here, my man.
At that point, I'm gonna go to the abandoned lens craft. Ooh, these look nice. And you just grabbing shit. You just grabbing shit, and you just like, where my readers at? Like that's just how it is. That's literally how it
You
is.
just walking around with readers, fucking up your
Pretty much.
eyesight.
And I really wonder with those readers in the grocery store, do they really help with anything? It's like what you just said. You're messing up your eyesight.
Yeah.
Stop with them things. Like if
Ah,
you don't need to read that bad, where you need to put them things on. Get a
yeah,
magnifying glass. Get
but yeah.
something. You
I'm
know.
feeling good though. How you feeling though? I know I felt like I definitely took over that little combo.
It's good banter. I'm feeling good. I meant to talk about this last week and I forgot, but I remembered now. I'm kind of on this journey of putting my phone down after certain times, getting well rested. And shout out to, excuse me, it's one of the rare occasions where I'm going to shout out a social platform, but shout out to IG and some of these other platforms that have those
Screen
parameters where you can
time.
set
Yeah.
out, what is it, quiet time.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. So I've been setting up quiet time where if you don't hit me up, you can't, or messages will not get to me after 11 p.m.
Mhm.
Now, granted, if you one of the homies, you know how to get a hold of me outside of
Yeah.
IG, so
Of
that should
course.
not matter. And I would not say that I won't answer things after 11 p.m. because I'm not necessarily sleeping, but I'm trying to work on
Pro-
that. So I set
practice.
it up, went on IG, and I was like, shouldn't there be a quiet screen that doesn't let me do anything? Because I'm still maneuvering through
Mhm.
IG. And then it
Mhm.
was like, boom, and like purple. It's like, you got 6 hours and 29 minutes left until quiet
Mhm.
time is over. Do you want to dismiss or leave it as is? And I was like, I am
Mhm.
not going to dismiss this. Thank you, because you know that I don't have enough willpower to put this goddamn phone down.
Yep.
But I've been so appreciative of it. And what I've been also doing is I've been setting up like sleep sounds, like the
Mm.
ocean, the rains, and all these things. I have been
Mhm.
getting the best sleep of my life, Boogie. I have
Word.
been just in la la land, dreamland, whatever you want to call it. It has been the best sleep of my life. And it's all been because of just shutting everything down. And sometimes, because I've been going to the gym and all these
Mhm.
things and trying to be better. I don't even make it to 11. There are some nights where I'm like, ooh, it's 9:30. It's 10
Mhm.
o'clock. And my body's like, go to bed. And I'll just be laying in there. I look at a couple restock videos because I'm in a chokehold with those things. And then
Mhm.
I'm just kind of like, put this phone down. Let the sounds of the oceans take you to where
Take
you need to
over
go.
you. Yeah.
And I have been waking up so refreshed. I'm like, oh, this is what peace must be like. So I'm just kind of going through that, and I'm really liking it. So for
That's
those of
what's
you who
up.
are listening, if you can't sleep, 'cause I know a lot of us are just up all the goddamn time,
Me.
go on YouTube and type in like insomnia ASMR. It's all types of sounds, all types of
And start
snow
taking
falling,
magnesium. Magnesium. That's what
tons
you
of
need to
stuff.
be. You need to be taking some magnesium. I
You're probably
started doing
right.
that too.
My mom is like silver, magnesium, all those things. So you're right. You were absolutely right. But when it comes to taking those things, as we talked about before, vitamins are expensive. So it's kind
Man.
of like I go to GNC and I'm like, what's gonna give me all 8 of these things in one capsule? Because I ain't trying
Oh,
to take 15 different pills and be spending
you said,
$200.
"Where's the all-in-one at?"
Like, where's the Centrum at? It's got everything
'Cause y'all
encompassed
pissing me
in
off.
there,
Checkbook
you
just
know.
destroyed right now.
But that's what's been going on, Boogie. It's
That's what's
also
up.
beanie and flannel season because it's fall. So it's my time to
I got it.
shine. I had to break out the flannels,
Here
flannel
we
guys.
go.
Shout out to all the flannel wearers out there. Y'all know what it is, gang gang.
I got a few. I got a few. I ain't gonna lie. I have a few. They're cozy. They're warm. They're
They go in everything.
interchangeable. They really do. So
The only part that I don't okay, so here's the thing with flannels was I know a lot of people they do not know this. There is a difference between summer flannels and those winter flannels. Do not wear your winter flannels in summer-esque settings because you will be sweating your ass off. Had to
sweating
learn that the hard way.
bullets. Yeah.
You be at the picnic. Why is he sweating so much? It's like it's the flannel. It is the flannel. But now it's my season. It's my time
It
to
is.
shine, and I love it. Fall. I think I pretty much I feel like everyone loves fall.
Oh yeah.
I don't know a single person that hates the fall because it's like you got more varieties and clothes that you can wear. Because some
Yep.
people, let's be real, those summer months, a lot of us really don't know how to dress. It's like I got so much fall stuff.
Or don't want to
Just
dress
trying to make
because
it
it's
work.
too hot.
That too. Like that too. It's fucking insane. So I'm happy that the temperatures are cooling down.
Well, you know what?
Uh
You know what's
my bad.
when what's not cooling down is my grinding of my gears.
I was
Okay.
just about to say, I was like, for the listeners out here, I don't know how many episodes we've been doing this, but Boogie has never really had a grinding of the gears.
Not at all.
This might be the first
You know what
time.
really grinds my gears?
Yeah.
What you got,
This
Bugs?
is my first time. Yeah, this is one of the first times, but for
Bugs
sure.
is angry.
Now that the weather is finally cooling down, guess what? I'm not cooling down because this is my grinding on my gear. So I told you guys earlier that I had a shoot and I've been booking pretty frequently and I have a group chat with my family. I told my mom specifically. We're going to talk about my mom specifically. I told my mom that I was doing stuff and she was like, "Oh yeah? You are?
Oh, really?
Got it. Is that what it is?" Mhm. And I talked to one of my brothers and he was like, "Hey, how's your little acting and stuff going?"
Not the little.
Yeah, he littled me. He littled
The little
me. Yeah.
nigga you.
Yeah, he definitely little niggered me, even though I'm taller than him, but that's okay. You can
Just gotta go dunk on him, Boogie. When you go
yeah,
back for
real quick.
Thanksgiving and Christmas,
Yep.
just dunk on him.
Make sure all my ovaries is in his face.
There you
Yeah,
go.
just all of that. But speaking of holidays, it triggered me. Those few small conversations triggered me because I feel like I'm always trying to validate and prove and tell my family and friends what I'm doing, so they can believe me because for some reason they think I am lying or it's coming across that I'm not doing exactly what I said I'm doing because they don't see it in their face. So, a lot of my work is industrials. So,
Right.
I'm doing a lot of work that are internal business stuff where guess what? I ain't going to see the finished product.
That's very true.
I'm not going to see the final shots, but there are times like this particular shoot that I did where the director was like, "Hey, yo, put down my email. I'm gonna send you the final shots and stills so you can use this on your reel because this is kind of major." And I was like, "Word? This is unheard of." And I hate dropping, but I did a Peapod commercial
Drop
almost
that shit, Boogie.
almost 3 years ago, and it was a great experience. But did I get the final product? No, I had to, like, literally ravish and go through Pinterest
Dang.
Pinterest to look up pea pods. I'm looking up actual vegetables.
I was
It's
about to
just
say they
giving
showing
me
you actual vegetables and everything, right?
man, they giving me everything. I'm like, "No, pea pod spot commercial." And I finally find it and I'm like, "I gotta download it. You gotta
30
screen grab.
seconds.
You gotta do this. You gotta convert to get all of that just so I can be able to first of all, show my family and say, "Hey, little niggas,
Just so I can
uh,
stunt.
here's a thing I did 3 years ago, and I finally found it." And and 2, I have to use it. I would like to download it so I can add it onto my reel because
Yeah,
as much as I, I have a resume and I have an agent, I have agents, uh, people still wanna see
yeah, they do.
and
What you did?
you gotta prove. I'm tired of always proving myself, validating myself. Listen, stop little nigga in me. I know exactly what I'm doing. Just book my ass and watch me work. That's it.
You know what this means? This, you know, this makes me wonder why some people be like, damn, this nigga doesn't have a humble bone in his body. This
Yeah,
is why.
yeah,
This is why so many people in our industry,
yeah,
it's like, no, I'm gonna stunt until I can't stunt no more
yeah,
because y'all was little nigga in me. Y'all was
yeah,
just little nigga in me this whole goddamn time.
yeah. And I want to stay humble. I want to stay humble because I don't like those people that are uber cocky because you're supposed to
Yeah,
be confident, but uber cocky, like, get that shit out my face. Like I don't need
exhausted.
all that. Yeah, there's
So on a
definitely.
scale of 1 to Coach Prime, where
Whoa,
you where you gonna fall at,
whoa.
Boogie? Where you gonna
I,
fall at?
I'm not gonna lie. I love me some Coach Prime. Like he pumps me up, but gotta be honest, I can't handle that all day. Can't handle that every day.
She's like, I'm about to be at 65% on the
Yeah,
prime scale of
I can't handle that. I can't handle that. But I wanna say a good 60. Yeah, 60%. That feels good. That feels right for me.
I'm going full 80%
Okay,
on
okay.
my level.
Of course
It's
you
gonna
would. Men
be
always do that. Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a humble brag. You
Okay,
know, it's,
okay.
it's gonna be that humble
Yeah,
brag.
slight flex. Slight
Yeah,
flex.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like you didn't see me win that Academy Award. Boom, put it right in
Ah,
your face. It's gonna be
ah.
subtle,
Yeah.
or it's
You
going.
say something? You say something? I thought you said something. Oh, okay, my bad. Let me pass around my award real quick. My bad.
I might get an Emmy one day. So you remember how what's his name? Damn, Wu Tang. Damn, with the
RZA?
eagle claw. Damn, what is his name? Goldface. No, what is his name? With the eagle claw on. God
I don't
damn.
know.
Let me look at this. Let me look it up because Ghostface. I said
Oh,
Goldface.
oh,
Ghostface Killer. You know how he's got the eagle. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my
sure.
Emmy or Academy Award right there, and just every time I show up, you see it. You like Nate. You won that in like 2024. I don't
And
care if it's 2060. You see it. You can't ever take
and
the award away.
right.
That's gonna be me.
That's what's up. But
But
yeah,
shout out to your director though, and Boogie, that was a godsend. He's a godsend.
man, yeah, it is.
God did. God did. God did. God did. God did. God did.
Just want to slide that in there for you, Boogie.
This guy here, boy. I hear you have a grinding yourself.
Yes, I do. And it kind of fits into where your grinding takes off, and it's kind of like, why is it that when us, and I say us, our communities, for some of us, when you got an idea or a business plan, you're like, hey, mom, dad, uncle, would you mind investing into this? And they're like, I need a book report. I need 15 references. I need you to have 85 business plans. But then you look across the way, you see our
The spectrum.
counterparts,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, mom, I want to start a cookie business. Okay, Grandma Jenny's got $200,000 for you. And it's just like, my God, why do black people make you have to jump through hoops to get just a little taste
Some
of the
help.
monies?
Some help.
It's like and not that you're counting on when people are passing away or anything, but it's like you can't take it with you, and you probably gonna leave it for us to have anyways. So why not just give me the money now? Like
Oh
I'm gonna
God.
start this business when you go to the pearly gates anyways. So why not just let me start it
God.
now so you can see where your money's going? And hell, I might even give the money back to you and you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna give you that much more back when I leave. Like, come on, man.
Man, a lot of people don't realize this, but you can loan against your life insurance plan. So why take out like why wouldn't you take off a little chump change
A little
and
piece.
and pay it back obviously and just to give it to help a brother out, if you will.
But even if you die and you take out a loan against your life insurance policy, how are they gonna get it? I'm sure they're not gonna collect in the afterlife. I'm sure that's not how this works. So it's like break your kids off a little something,
A
something.
little something.
Just come on, a little something. For those of you who are new to this podcast, we like to tip the hat to people who are doing dope things in the communities.
I'm tipping my hat.
Who you tipping to this week, Boogie?
I'm tipping to none other than new Milwaukee Bucks player Damian Lillard. Damian has decided he is done with the Trailblazers. Stop playing with them, okay? In a 3-team trade, just huge mega team trade. Uh Jimmy Butler. Oh, that's it. I'm reading the damn. It says Jimmy Butler reacts and calls for NBA
Yeah,
tampering
he was mad.
investigation video. Whoa.
He was
Wow.
mad.
Wow. I didn't even realize. I didn't even finish reading that headline. See, that's why it takes time to read. But yeah, shout out to Damian Lillard. I know he originally wanted to go to Miami, and Trailblazers was like, not on my watch.
Yeah,
And
they were not gonna let that happen.
yeah, they weren't gonna let that happen. And granted, Drew Holiday and Ayton had to bounce, but Damian Lillard gave 11 years.
Yeah.
11 of them. 11 of them things to the Trailblazers. And speaking with the owner, he been trying to work with this man, humbly told him, I'm putting up numbers. I need help. Build a motherfucking team around me. And they was like, yeah, we got you.
Here's
Yeah,
$200
they
million.
not doing that. Yeah,
You know,
they
they
not
gave him
doing
that
that.
max deal. They was like, we're not gonna put no players here, but here's a max deal. And I don't know, man. That situation, he was never gonna go to Miami. But when you look at
No,
it this way,
no,
though,
no.
they're still contending teams.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way, if he would have went
Oh,
to
yeah.
Miami, Miami would have won. He's going to Milwaukee, they're gonna win now.
Yeah.
I think Milwaukee won, but obviously they still kind of lost because Drew Holiday,
Yeah.
whoever gets Drew, you've instantly just shot up to being a
Drew's a
perennial
dog.
powerhouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily the best defender.
Yeah.
Him, Pat Beverly, one of the two, can guard anybody.
Yeah.
And whoever lands with Drew, and he's already said, I do not want to leave Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Obviously, that did not age well, but
But
whoever,
I think they kind of always have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Just to solidify their spot in whatever team they're in. I really love this city. I'm never gonna leave. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't think anyone loves Milwaukee. I think you love the
Alright.
team. I don't think you
Yeah,
love
come on.
Milwaukee, but
I'm
it's
just
funny
happy
though.
he's out. I'm happy he's out. Honestly, that's what it is. Shout out to Dame because he requested for a trade. He was like, "I'm done. I don't care how much money you give me. I'm out."
This man said he loaded up the clip. This is how I know he was ready.
Oh
This
yeah,
man had these tweets
yeah.
probably typed up 2 years ago. He said, "I continue leaving trails, but won't be for the Blazers." He
Ah,
said, "I could never be replaced. They'll know sooner than later." And he said, just know that what I left is better than what I inherited. So it's this man had them
woo,
things ready.
woo. We all know he's a rapper. If you didn't know, so
He's one of the best as far as
he
athletic rappers out here.
I would agree. And he had speaking of loading the clip, he had a song, if you will,
Oh,
ready to upload on SoundCloud and YouTube. Just ready, okay? He put them on. Is it time? Okay, I can press it. I can
Drop that
upload
beat.
it now. Yeah, all right.
The opening of that, this goes out to the organization, everybody in Portland. Love the fans though. F
Right.
y'all. It's
Man,
like,
real
all
quick.
right.
Yeah. Who you got for your
I
tip?
am tipping my hat to Kevin James.
What?
It was one of those things where he has been trending, going viral, and I put it out there. I was like, I wonder how Kevin James is feeling right now, knowing that he has gone viral. Like, I just want to know what he was thinking. Went to his X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and he said, "Gearing up for my new stand-up tour. So glad I found this headshot." Talk about being a master marketer here. Like, this is Kevin James took a page right out of Prime's book. He's like, hey, I'm trending, I'm going viral. Let's use it. And it's perfect because everyone loves those memes. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but those Kevin James, it's for every situation. No matter what the situation is, this meme fits it. It's perfect. Like, it's dope. Like, I love it.
I haven't seen the memes. I just saw this. I'm a huge fan of Kevin James, especially King of Queens. King of Queens is just
Phenomenal show.
is I think goes down as one of like the legendary traditional
Yes.
sitcom. I want to say two camera sitcom because it looked like it might be two camera. It might be one.
Yeah, that one was. I want to. Yeah.
But
You're wrong.
it's a traditional sitcom.
Yeah.
It's a traditional sitcom for sure. Granted, his show on Netflix, the racer thing, didn't
Yeah.
they tried to reinvent the
Yeah.
wheel. Yeah, they tried to do it again. It didn't
That
work.
was
But
like who's the soccer? What's the soccer show? The one on what Ted Lasso? That was kind of like a racing Ted
oh,
Lasso is what I
okay,
kind of thought that was.
okay. Yeah, I really want him to win because his last special, gotta be honest.
Didn't see it.
Wow, it was tough because I was excited for him and because he did stand up.
Yeah, he started out as stand up.
He
Yeah,
started out as a stand up, but if you're not practicing and using that muscle, sometimes you
it's
get a
when
little rusty.
you know what it is, Boogie. It's when you see the people who are look at that camp, look at that camp that's around him.
Yeah.
Sandler,
Yeah.
Rock, what is it? Rob, what's his name?
There's a
You know his
number of them.
name. David Spade,
David
that
Spade,
whole crew. They
Rob
were all
Schneider.
Rob Schneider, all stand-ups. But you notice how only Chris Rock was really the one who is still entrenched in the stand-up streets. The
Yeah.
rest of them went on to have amazing Hollywood careers,
Absolutely.
and now you're seeing that okay, Hollywood's on strike or whatever. So let me go back out here try to get the stand-up money. As like you said, you're not using that muscle as
Mhm.
much.
Mhm.
I do find it very funny and actually kind of dope that his stand-up persona back in the day, if you go back and watch, was literally Doug Heffernan.
Yep.
And they took that Doug Heffernan stage persona and made it into a phenomenal show. Go back and look at Tim Allen doing stand-up. A lot of that
Yep.
is Home Improvement. Look at Ray Romano. A lot of that is Everyone Loves Raymond.
Yep.
And it was phenomenal during that time of
Yeah.
comedy that they could do that because
Yep.
it's not happening now where
Oh no.
that character will be a
Can
TV show.
translate as a TV show. Nope.
So I think it is it's dope. So hey, hopefully he get his chops up while he's out here on
I
the
think
road.
so. I think so.
If nothing else, tickets are gonna sell because I was just going through his ex and I'm there, and they were using the meme to be like, I got my tickets when you come in here, when you come in there. So it's dope. It's totally cool.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Honorable mention. Shout out to my Lions who are 3-1. They actually beat the
Oh,
Packers
God.
last night. So shout
Oh,
out to
God.
them or Thursday.
Sure, football.
Had to throw that in there, Boogie. I know you guys
Uh,
are having some difficulties there in Chicago.
Whoa.
So just
Wow. This guy
had to
here,
throw that in
boy.
there.
Whoa.
Boogie, look, y'all have
Fighting.
been on the Lions' head since I was a little child, and now we are finally winning. Y'all are about to get all of this Lions banter.
Okay. Enjoy, guys. This is what
Y'all
we're
about
doing.
to get it all. Anyways, let's get to our first ad, and we'll be right back with news you can or can't use. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I got to tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, it's time for news you can or can't use. First up, we've got Brittany Winner on Club Shay Shay. We're talking about body counts, and she revealed that she has had 35 bodies. And of course, with the clips that were coming out, Uncle Shay was just flabbergasted to the point where he had to take a couple of drinks. Boogie, what says you? Did you actually see the interview? Did you even care about the interview?
Nope.
What says you about body counts?
Nope, and nope. I saw the clip of Shannon's reaction, but outside of that, I did not want to watch or entertain this. I would have turned it around. I wish Brittany would have been like, and how many women have you been with? Because I know it was 35 like a minute ago. For 1 minute, you probably had a 35 in a week, my guy, Shannon Sharp. Okay, the leave. Why are we still having this conversation? Why? That number, if you actually think about it, 35. What's 35? 35 is very low.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I honestly thought it was gonna be more. Honestly.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's all relative to when you started smashing. If you started smashing at a young age, your numbers are probably going to be a little bit higher than some other people's.
It's gonna be a little skewed.
But also to your point, it should not matter in this day and age. I honestly feel like the body count was one of those things that was set in place to shame one group of individuals.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean women. That's all this was.
That's it.
That's all this is. Because to your point, it's never flipped on the men. How many bodies do you have?
Yeah.
And I watched a little bit of it. She did flip that question on him.
Okay, good.
She asked him, and in true Uncle Shay fashion, he was able to wiggle his way out of answering that question. It was something along the lines of, "Who's doing the interview here?" I'm doing the interview. When you have a podcast, I'm gonna come on your show, then we can talk about this. That's kind of his way. I'm paraphrasing. That's kind of his ways of getting out of that. Shannon has been trained very masterfully in the arts of media training. So I was like, this brother, he's not going to fall for that. But he was sweating a little bit. There was some sweat in there. I think that one, you got to start putting alcohol in some of these interviews, because one of her interviews, she had some alcohol as well. And I was like, you can kind of tell when people are passionate about things, that alcohol makes you that much more passionate. Because he was like, kind of bring it down. And it was like, let me finish. And I was like, okay. It was like, maybe not put alcohol in front of these people. But I did look at another video where she was in a van. Excuse me. In the van, I was kind of questioning, the van where they have the signatures. I was like, why are you on the bang bus? But I was like, that's another story for another time. But she was talking about the 35 guys. She went a little bit more in depth to that. And she was saying that most of them have been one night stands. And this is not to shame her. I took this as, it's very sad. Sad in the sense that it seems like you are searching for something.
Yeah.
and you're searching for it, whether it be within these dudes, whatever. It kind of comes across as you were hurt, and we've heard it before. And people say we either hypersexualized or trauma bonding. You're constantly looking for something, and I'm not trying to put those terms on her, but that's just what it seems like. The little bits and pieces of her talking, she alluded to, you know what you're getting when you date me. And this is very true. At this point in the game, if you're deciding to talk to her, you should, all that outside noise should not even bother you because you know who you're talking to.
Yep.
The part that I feel bad for her, because Rick Fox was like, oh, I want to be number 36 in his tweet or whatever. And it's like any guy that talks to you now, they just trying to be another notch on the belt. At this point, it doesn't seem like you're gonna find anyone of quality because it's like, I want to see what the Brittany Renner sex is like.
Or maybe if she's lucky enough, or well, I should say, if someone is lucky enough to approach Brittany and just try and be as civil and settled and comfortable and confident, because yeah, these one night stands can just be that. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like Brittany is very self-aware of who she is, and I think that's why, you
She
know
owns it. She wholeheartedly owns it.
yeah, and I think that's why people want her, constantly request for her to go on their podcast, because they know
Views.
it's gonna yeah, rally up this, you
Yeah.
know, uh, stir up this conversation, and she knows what she's doing, and I appreciate the fact that it's not anyone else, talking about or coming for her. She's, eloquently talking about, her experiences and going to schools and talking to guys about, you know, the groupie life, because she, did it
It is what it is. She's a
personally.
part of
Yeah.
the industry.
Yeah.
That's just, it is what it is. And honestly, that's why I said I thought the numbers would have been higher, because I'm like, you're in the industry. Let's
Yeah.
be real. And this is not just for women, even men in the industry. Your
Yeah.
numbers are a lot higher just
Yeah.
based on the proximity of people you are
Yeah.
with.
I just want, you know what? I also hope that she's well in the means of understanding, like, speaking to someone, as well as, because you can tell, like, she's definitely changed,
Yeah.
and improved. I just want to make sure that she's good inside before she decide to
Go
reach
back out
out
here and
and
date.
want to date, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I agree. And I'm never going to be a person that says you will never find love, because let's be real, there's always someone who is out there for everyone.
yeah, or a form of
And
love that she might
right,
be,
that she wants.
yeah.
This conversation, seriously, it needs to end, because again, let's just you got to flip those tables for a little bit. A lot of these niggas, and Shannon, you was in the NFL, bro, Hall of
I hate
Famer,
these. Yeah, I hate it.
Pro Bowler. You've had money majority of your life. You played ball since high school, and before that, you've been smashing, bro. Let's not act like your number's 35. Shannon, I know you've eclipsed 35, bro. Like, let's not even
30
do
years
this.
ago, he eclipsed
Like,
35.
come on,
Stop it.
bro.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate the sexualized shame, the sexual shame of for women that we get just because we want to have sex. Granted, again, she said it was one night stands, cuz I prefer you to have a one night stand just so you could be like, one and done. I
Deuces.
don't want to mess with you no more. I thought it was something that it wasn't. I keep it moving.
Right.
Now, if you keep having them one night stands, like, all right, nah, I need to
Just out
start
here.
questioning. Yeah, I need to start questioning, like, hey, what's going on with me? What's going on? What's going on inside
We
my
getting
body?
into loose booty territory.
Right. What's really happening? But I don't think and we talk about, like, community,
Yeah,
community for the streets. 35 is not for the streets.
it's
Sorry,
really
guys.
not. It's really
Sorry.
not. I
35 is not
mean,
for the streets.
honestly, even if she would have said 100, it's again, it's all relative to
Yeah.
where you were
Yeah.
at and what industries you're in.
Agreed.
If you work in a call center, if you work in a plant, if you probably smashing mad people. Let's just be real with
Proximity.
it.
Yeah.
It's just that's just the way some of these industries work.
Yeah.
Granted, everyone's not out here. Some people are lying. A lot of people are
Duh.
lying. Like
Duh.
30, no, I have 15. You know, it just people just lie about all types of things. But at this point in the game, if I'm deciding to be with you, I do not care
Yep.
about who was past. I don't care. I really don't care. Now, if you got some extra tricks, bring out all the tricks. Like whatever you learn throughout your journey to get to me, let's do these things. But I don't care because I really wish that more ladies, and they're starting to do it.
Yeah.
How many you been with? And
That's it.
again, that's how that conversation should go. If you want this conversation to end,
That's
you got to
it.
be like, "Hey, niggas, how many people you been with?" Because the crazy thing is, you know some of these niggas track records. You know some of these niggas track records.
Yeah.
Start little nigga in these niggas. Start doing it to them. Just start reverse the tables. Like, how many have you been with?
Yeah. I
Like,
wouldn't
come on.
even, I wouldn't even entertain those conversations. I remember I tried to make a list one time just for my own my personal reasons, just so I could,
He's like,
recall.
check.
Right. And I'm like, what am I doing? What is this? What is happening here? Why do I need to revert back? Because I have two lists. I got smash lists, and I also have just
The ones
no
you want to
smash,
forget.
but everything
Up to the smash. Oh, I feel like at this
Mm.
point, okay, so here's the list for me works is like all of the bad things. You have like the people where it's like these were bad experiences, and these are the ones like these are just top tier.
Yeah.
That's how that list works. Because anything in it's just like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
Why are we doing
and tell you the truth, my list so small because I don't like y'all.
Look,
Not that I care. My list is just so varied because I realize I only need y'all for a few things.
the peen.
Outside of that, I don't
meal.
want to be y'all.
I looked at that question because even when we were in college or in high school, some people was like, "Yo, I looked at them people as like, why do you want to sleep with so many people? That was my thing.
I don't understand that. Like that is where the logic in my head, that's where it goes. I'm like, now I understand like for experiences to be able to experience certain things, for the first time, new things, new moves or whatnot. But outside of that, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care.
But even when you hear some of the conversations of people, even amongst like some of my other female friends and everything, and they'll go be like, "Oh yeah, I was with so and so," and I'll be like, "So and so has had 85 million partners, and the peen is trash." So we really can't talk about. We can't necessarily liken to how many bodies you've been with to you just being a master porn star, because sometimes it doesn't equate to that. You just out here smashing, and you are horrible at doing the do.
I
Wasting bodies.
I just want more I want more for us as women because it's clear that, and I love the fact that you're my co-host, but I feel like I'm always bashing the male.
It happens. I mean, this is the dynamic
Yeah,
of the male female correspondent.
I know, and
But let's be real
but
though,
y'all are
Boogie.
trash. I'm sorry. Let's just be
I was
real.
just about to say that. Let's
The-
be real here.
yeah,
It's not, I don't want to, okay, look, it's not necessarily bashing if it's true. And we're on episode 120, and there's been a lot of growth on
yes,
my behalf, because it's like
absolutely.
when you have a female co-host, you as a man, you can see things a little bit
A
differently.
woman
Woman
co-host.
co-host, excuse me, woman co-host.
Look, as I correct you,
When you have a woman, because I hate saying, I really do hate saying that
that really
word.
grinds my gears when I hear that. But go ahead.
But when you have a woman co-host, your eyes are opened up to a lot of the women's issues that you may not normally hear.
Yeah, it's a lot of nuances.
So you do get a chance to be like, okay, I'm learning, I'm growing. And you, because I was always of that approach that all these niggas can't be shit. Everybody can't be shit out here. And then you hear all the stories and you're like, yeah, a lot of these niggas really ain't shit.
I
You do
mean,
hear it.
again, I know a handful of well-to-do men that
There's a few good ones
absolutely
out here.
want to be a good man. And then I know a lot of men who, for some reason, feel like it's their goal in life
To be trash.
to do women dirty.
You know, and it's really funny though when you also see this from niggas who come from 2-parent households, and it's like you, what are you doing? It's like you saw a loving unit. Why are you out here doing this? It's like who in your ancestry was a fuck nigga, and it just latched onto you, and you was like, got to
That's funny.
just break some hearts, leave a trail of tears, so to speak. You
How
know,
is that fun? I'm just that's where it's at. Like,
I've
you know
never
what
been that
it's the
person.
music. It's the music. No.
Shit, who knows what it? I've just never been, because it's always been like, I just, my body count, if we talking about, it's been kind of low. I don't know if I'm saying pride myself on that. I've just never
I
been
don't care.
that person. I've just been like a one woman kind of guy. Like, oh, we're working this out. We're gonna figure this out. Okay, this broke up. Next relationship. I've always been more relational than just jump into the coochie. I've never been
Yeah.
that person.
I'm
And I'm
I'm
not blaming, I'm not,
yeah.
this is not
I was
me.
gonna say, don't
I'm
cause
not shaming people who are like that.
yeah.
But the niggas who were constantly bragging, like, I had shorty on Tuesday. Shorty, I was like, what do you get out of that?
Ah,
Like,
ah,
that was just a part of just the cleanliness from it was just like,
yeah.
ugh,
I'm
like,
I
ugh.
I obviously I am in a very long-term relationship, but prior to that, I was a very moment person. Like, I don't if I don't like you as a person,
I'm not fucking with you.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I that's it. That's literally it. Yeah, I think I've had like a hand, not even. I had a very few one night stands. But then when I did it, I was like, yeah, what was that for?
I've never had a one night stand, but I've had those moments where I was like, I wish it was a one night stand. Cause you know, when you put in a lot of
Yeah.
effort and
You
it's
was
like,
like, my
I'm out
God.
here dating. I'm like, okay, we going to this restaurant, we going to the movies, we going to this. And I'm like, I hate your personality. And then you get to the point where it's like, okay, we already here, so I'm not gonna turn it down. But then it's
Yeah.
like, I really
This
wish
is
that
disappointing.
I would have turned this down. Like that is like the worst. It's just like you built this up, and it's just like, okay, we here, we doing this, everybody's cute, and it's just like, you really get on my nerves.
Yeah,
Those are the worst situations.
I'm ready for this conversation to be over and done with. Can we bury this convo? Like, this topic is so lame and over and outdated. Like, be
2023, y'all. Stop
yeah,
it.
let's be adults.
Cut it out.
God.
Let's get to this next ad.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code late night, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Topic number 2 is one that has been going on for quite some time now. There is a bullying epidemic and or pandemic because it's out of hand.
Yeah.
In this country, and I stumbled upon this where a parent had interesting question to pose to us. Boogie, go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
Rolling.
Am I the asshole for making my daughter miss once in a lifetime events, homecoming and senior prom, and delete all of her social media as a punishment for bullying?
Ooh.
Teach me how to duck.
Hey,
Yesterday, I was informed that my daughter Sam was a part of a group of
Love how they
students who
pause.
bullied another girl to the point that she had to switch schools.
oh, jeez.
There was a racial aspect to the bullying,
Oh,
You
which
don't
came
say.
as a complete shock since my wife and I truly did our best to raise our
Yeah,
3
y'all
kids to
did.
be kind and
Uh-huh.
honest individuals. I don't believe that a grounding and confiscation of electronics is harsh enough for what Sam did. So I told Sam that she won't be allowed to participate in homecoming or attend senior prom. I
Only
also
one
told her
territory.
that she won't be getting a car for her 18th birthday either. Finally, I told her that she'll have to delete all of her social media accounts with either me or her mom watching. She begged me to allow her to go to senior prom because it's a once in a lifetime event and keep just her Instagram account because it has pictures going back to years that weren't saved anywhere else. I told her that she shouldn't have been a racist bully. My parents are temporarily staying with us while their house is undergoing renovations. They agree that what Sam did was completely out of line and must be punished, but they think that making my daughter miss homecoming and senior prom and forcing her to delete her social media is far, far too.
Too strict. My bad. I cut that out.
It ended with am I the asshole? This is coming from the Comfort Level podcast. Neither of us have children, but I'm gonna let you go first, Boogie. What says you? Is the parent the asshole there?
No. The kid is clearly the asshole. Left
I
and
agree.
right. But there's no but. I don't know if not allowing your child to go to prom in the overall grand scheme of life,
Right.
I don't know if not allowing my child to go to prom is the best punishment. If anything, I would force my child to do more community service, to, write a letter to apologize to the family, to the girl.
Got right to the
And-
NAACP.
Right. That too. And do a little bit more work, community work,
Right.
where she can really fully understand her her actions,
Right.
and understand the back end, like just the backstory and history of why said racial slurs or whatever she said is wrong and should be dealt with properly. What do you think? It's tough. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't think the punishment is strict enough. Honestly.
Okay.
The child is obviously the asshole.
Yeah.
And I think the grandparents are assholes too, to want to cape for her to this degree. It's clear because it said she's not getting a car at 18. You know how that most kids, you get that
Yep.
first car when you're 16 to 18. You want those wheels
Yeah.
about to go to college. So that is
Same.
a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to get dropped off everywhere, those types of things. So that's pretty harsh there. It's got to be tougher. I think I think they're starting off pretty good though.
Yeah.
because it's clear that
No socials for sure.
popularity,
Yeah.
this child's somewhat popular for you to
Mhm.
gang up on this other person, and we don't know if they were black, Mexican, whatever, but the person was racist towards them. So
Yeah.
it makes me somewhat think this is a white family.
Mm.
Um eh, this kid clearly loves her socials because it's like there's photos on there that I don't have saved anywhere. Don't care. You'll never see them photos again. You got to get rid of those.
They be in your memory, baby.
Because you made this other child leave that school, they don't get to go to prom either at the school that they started with
Yep.
their said friends.
Yep.
So you don't get to go experience that either. Sit at home. You don't get to go to homecoming. You're not going to any events. If you are a cheerleader, if you were any of those things, you're not doing any of that.
Mm.
You get dropped off at school, and
Mm.
at 3:00 we picking you up, and this is where you're going to be at. Any form of socializing or any of that, you don't get to do any of that.
Mm.
And honestly, I'm gonna make you do some book reports, like how our parents used to make us do when we got
Oh
in
God.
trouble.
Yeah.
My parents didn't whoop us. It was like, do a book report.
Yep.
So whatever said group that you were hurling racial slurs at, you need to write me a book report, a couple book reports on why this is wrong, and I want a
Yeah.
history on said group of people that you were
Mhm.
persecuting
Yeah.
to the
I-
point where you will
yeah.
never do that again.
So because we're not parents, I feel like this I feel like we have a more objective
Yeah, I agree.
view on it because there's a lot of different parenting styles, gentle parenting, helicopter parenting, so forth or
Right.
whatnot. um you have to treat a child now that she's about to, first of all, she's clearly about to be 18. You have to treat her as if she's a young adult.
It's very true.
So with that being said, yeah, I do understand removing the socials and having a book report. There needs to be uh there needs to be a better way to quote unquote punish and also rehabilitate her views, because clearly
It's true.
something is off right now where she thinks that's acceptable and it's okay. So you have to find, and you got to try to catch it early.
Well, she's 18 at this point. And
But I'm
remember you heard. Well, my
yeah.
bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying catch it early, meaning she knew she was wrong. She knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
So she knows from right and wrong, but she chose to do that. So now,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. So what I mean about catch it early is catch it early enough where it doesn't become criminal. That's what I mean. Where,
That's true.
yeah, because the girl had to leave the school. That doesn't necessarily mean they reached out to the school, because the parents on the other end for the child could definitely have reached out to the school
I'd have
and
sued the crap out of you.
sued. Yeah, I was about to say and sued. So you don't know where that line is. So that's
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean
true.
about catching it early, meaning catching it early enough so this won't happen again, and she can really understand there are consequences. So
Yeah, I get what you mean, because you got to course correct, because there are
yeah,
people out here that will not handle your child the same way that you would. And
absolutely.
there are people that don't take too kindly to racial slurs that will check you in that instance. So
Absolutely.
you're correct in that regard. It's, I don't know. I still don't buy the "we didn't raise you this way." I still don't buy that when people say
I
that,
agree. Yeah, I understand that.
because if that were the case, we wouldn't still be hearing about
We
these
wouldn't be
stories.
having this conversation. Yeah,
And it seems like every year, every school year, every whatever, we're always hearing more and more about these dumbass stories. And it doesn't even have to be amongst kids. We were before we were potentially talking about that story of the wealthy doctor having the dinner party and the neighbors in New
yeah,
York putting hoses on them. We were
yeah,
going to talk about that.
yeah.
So these stories keep happening. So that's why I said I don't believe
At
people.
any
We
age
don't
or
live
level.
this.
Yeah.
We don't raise our. No, you do, because if you didn't, it never would happen. So cut it
Or
out.
it's not addressed and they
Like,
ignore
come
it.
on.
They
That very
It's
well
not
could be it
addressed
too.
and they ignore it, and that's just little old Molly. She's just, hilarious like that, you know.
You know what they should have did? This is what they should have did. You can go to every event here. Just like that young lady had to transfer schools, we gonna make you transfer schools too. You got to transfer to said high school that you was perpetrating individuals. If it's a black person, you gotta go to all black high school. You gotta go to a Latino high school or whatever. Put you where you need to be put in an element of the people you were terrorizing. Granted, we're not built that way to terrorize you like
Not
that.
at all.
That's not our MO, but it would definitely make you feel uncomfortable, and you would watch what you have to say if you're around said people that you were persecuting.
I mean, we'll roast you, but in a
Yeah.
you know, in a friendly manner, you know.
Yeah.
So
But we're not malicious with it like that. So
good
do better,
luck.
young lady.
Yeah, good luck. My God, I hope. I mean, regardless, I think she'll be fine anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, she's white. She's white. She'll bounce back. She's gonna go to college. She's gonna have a successful life. She's going to get married, and one day she's gonna look back and hopefully she's gonna teach her children. I was racist one day. I was racist in the past, and this is what happened. Hopefully,
yeah,
but I don't foresee that happening because
Nope.
it doesn't usually work that way.
No.
Boogie, it's time to get to. Hold on, Boogie. It's time to get to one of my favorite segments because these niggas be tripping. Who you got this week, Bugs?
My You Niggas Is Tripping has got to go to Kerry Washington of Scandal. The famous
Boy, was it.
Scandal. What a scandal this is. Kerry Washington, a very prominent, big-time A-list actress, very private with her personal life, is on a book tour right now because she wrote a book and she had a lot of anecdotes and stories. And one story that is gone viral and is very pivotal in her life, about 5 years ago, her parents, at the age of 40, I think she was 47 at the time or whatnot. Her parents sat her down and told her that her biological father is from a sperm donor and her father is not
Sperm
her
bank.
father. For a sperm bank, sperm bank. And granted, at 47, I've lived my life, and she's the only child. At 47, I'm sure she had a whole bunch of questions. Definitely, I'm excited. I'm interested to read the book. You tell me that my daddy is not my real daddy at 47? Oh, we're gonna have a conversation.
I'm putting you in a home. You going in a home.
We 47? Why are you waiting till I'm full ass grown? I got a family of my own.
I got kids.
I got kids at 40, fully developed too.
This is very true. Like damn near teenagers.
Right. Fully developed kids. But you sit me down at 47.
Well,
what?
my bad. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, what in the world? Like, I understand. I saw her on in an interview. She said, you know, times were different. This was like very early on when they were doing sperm banks. Got it. I understand. Past the teens. I understand past the teenagers, the early 20s. Okay, but when I feel like when you're a full adult at 30, fully formed adult at 30, you have your feelings with your mom, you have your feelings with your dad. 20s, I understand. You're a little in shambles in your 20s. But 30,
most of us were.
yeah. I'm just saying. But 30, I'm grown. And you held out 17 years.
I went and I listened to some of this, Boogie.
Okay.
So she was doing, I think it's that show on PBS where it's like, what is it? Find My Ancestry.
Find Your Roots.
Yeah, Find Your Roots. And that's when some of this started to come out.
Yep.
And that's when the producers, everyone was like, hey, you guys should have a conversation with her before we air this, before any of this is here. that lets me know that they were never going to tell her.
Nope.
Had she never went on this journey to find my roots, this would have never been uncovered. This goes back to a lot of Black families keeping
Man,
secrets.
to
There
the
are
grave.
so many
Yeah.
secrets that Black families have. And even now, as I'm 36 years old, I'm hearing certain conversations. I'm like, that's what that was about?
Agreed.
And now people are like, oh, we can tell you all these details because you're an adult now. And it really is mind-boggling as to like, why don't y'all tell people these things earlier?
I would throw chairs. I would have threw a couch at these niggas. I don't understand. I understand like all these skeletons and secrets. The Black family, large or small, needs to be fully transparent in order
Man,
for honestly for clarity amongst the siblings, amongst the children, the cousins. Like that's how you make a fully formed, healthy relationship in a family. Be
be
honest.
honest. Keep it real.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
You know, this also, I can't imagine because she talked about feeling anxiety or feeling certain
Absolutely.
things throughout her life.
Yep.
And this is why, because you didn't know that connection of who
Man.
your people really are.
She knew it. She knew it internally that something was wrong and up. And then she also made a point of she didn't know paternally
Right.
like what if there were any health issues,
Exactly.
history, like those things now are very
important.
vital for the longevity of yourself, to make sure that if you have any history of anything to checkups or whatnot, like
Yep.
you need to know all that. Now we just gonna take that to the grave. Nah,
Why
you
am I
don't need to
batshit
know that.
crazy? Because your daddy was bipolar.
Right. You don't need to know that.
It's stuff like that. And that's where there's a level of empathy that goes out to her, because I was just like, what do you do? Because these people have raised you for your entire life, but they
Yeah.
also kept a huge secret from you.
Bitch
I
ass.
don't have children or anything, but I'm a firm believer if I adopted or had kids at 18 years old, we have to have that conversation. We got to
Man.
have some conversation so so you're not out here looking goofy when you're trying to fill out
Man.
paperwork or just feeling that emptiness.
Yeah, not me. I wish I would. I can't wait till my niece grows up, because I'm gonna be the honest ass aunt.
You gonna
I'll
be
be
an
like,
auntie? That ain't your
man,
daddy, right?
I'm gonna be because you know what? You have to do that in order for
Yeah.
because you're not giving your children a choice, an option.
This is to protect you. This protects you from whatever
Yeah.
course of action that you took. And honestly, okay, conspiracy, put the
Here
conspiracy
we go.
beanie on
Here we
here.
go.
That timeline of events where it was like we went to a sperm bank, to me, unless you were of Black wealth at a certain time, I don't believe that story at all. This
Ooh.
story, and I'm trying to use this very lightly because these things have
Ooh, I
happened.
think I know what you're coming. Okay.
This story to me sounds like I got knocked up, homie left or whatever. I met this other gentleman who was a great person who decided, hey, I want to be with you and this child. That's one potential conspiracy here. That's one here, because I'm trying. It just, the timelines do not add up here as far as sperm banks and Black people having the funds to get there. It just doesn't add up unless they were a well-to-do family. I have not looked.
It's also not our business. So let them, because clearly I'm sure Carrie was like, I'm gonna need y'all to
But the business is
air
out here,
out.
though, Boogie.
I'm gonna need y'all to. Yeah, it is. It is. You're right.
But you're right though. I'm just saying, conspiracy Nate is looking at this as like, this timeline is just kind of. But yeah, I'm all I can do is say, hey, thoughts and prayers to the Washington family,
Man.
because Christmas the family reunions thing just got a little bit more tight around the collar. It's just like,
And I'm just glad that they've already dealt with this. Again,
yeah,
this was 5 years ago, so she knows what she's doing. So
yeah. I guess I should read the book. I'm interested to know, is her biological father still alive?
me
Those are the
too.
parts that I'm really interested in knowing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, Kurt Franklin just found his dad.
Yeah, I know.
So these are situations where I'm
Because
like,
his ragged ass mommy.
and
Sorry.
auntie.
Yeah, and
Like,
auntie. I didn't
man,
watch it, but the clips that I saw, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
I'm not gonna do this to myself.
Nope. I'm not gonna do that. I'm
But when I
already
do need to go
crying.
cry, I'm gonna
Right.
turn it on though.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, I feel we hear these stories so much more and more. It's like, yo,
So
like,
much.
just keep it real. And I understand these are very hurtful situations, but I feel like you're hurting them more
By holding it in
not
and
being
not
honest, not being truthful.
disclosing. Yeah. Who you got for your niggas is tripping?
My y'all niggas is tripping is going to every goddamn body who is talking about this Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, and the black women that Travis used to date. Like, I don't care. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because every time I scroll, whether it's ESPN or any other blog or anything, is Taylor gonna be at the game? Taylor at the Jets. Taylor's gonna be here on Sunday. What about the teams? What about who's actually playing on the field? Like, who cares that Taylor Swift is at the goddamn game? This is a huge PR stunt I'm calling out, it's a PR stunt. It's a PR stunt for all of them. And I tweeted it out or put it on Facebook. If this lady does not have at least 6 CTE related songs on her album, it was all fake. It was all fake. Okay. And Travis, you setting yourself up to be the next banger she off of y'all's relationship. You setting yourself up. The part that was really irritating to me was that it was actually people saying that he downgraded from the black woman who's a all the black ladies, very beautiful black women, but he downgraded and he's upgraded now. He's with Taylor for $700 million. That does not mean that you upgraded because someone is worth $700 million. What about their personality? What about all those good things? But you niggas don't believe in personality. It's about checking them bank accounts, whatever. I thought it was stupid, a silly ass argument. And for what I saw, most of this was led by niggas. And it was like, why are y'all doing this? Why do y'all even care? Why does it bother you that a white man went home to the white women? That's what they always do. White women that have categorically, probably said that word wrong. What is white women who have statistically been with niggas?
Boy, that struggle is real. I just like to let you live. You know what I'm saying? I do that too sometimes, and you be letting me live. So I was
like, let's change this. Let's go into the vocabulary to other word we can use. They always go home. Look at Miley Cyrus when she was on her hip hop tour. Now she's doing country. They always go home. Why are y'all so upset about this? I have never seen where people were actually upset at a white man for dating a white woman. What kind of world are we in? Like, it's just stupid to me.
I have
the black women look better than Taylor.
I have no feelings towards this. When he shaved his beard, I knew it was going down from there. He's a good looking white brother. Good for him. He's dating who he wants to date. Who cares? Guess what? Taylor's net worth is Taylor's net worth. So that don't mean he's getting a penny dime nickel of this month of her net worth. She is having fun and trying to use him for material.
This is very true. I do think it was funny that a lot of black women were hopping off that train I
was already hopping off that train.
It was just like this whole argument of he don't like sisters no more. And I was like, yo, you had to know it wasn't gonna last forever. There's only a couple that really are in the thick of this. Dirk Nowitzki or whatever. There's only a couple of them that really or truly are down for the sisters. And I'm just like, look, Travis used the black women to get the Riz up. That's what it was. Those black ladies literally took what you see now, how he's dressed or how he's looking with Taylor. They took a cop, they took him to a black barber shop and was like, give him a fade, clean the beard up, and make him look black lady presentable. And all y'all was like, oh, I want the milk of magnesia. Let me get some milk, some white chocolate. And the white chocolate went out here, and he's just like, no more black chocolate for me. And now y'all mad.
Oh God.
Leave it alone, y'all. Leave it alone. But I'm tired of this. I know I'm gonna watch the Jets game tomorrow. And honestly, I'm actually rooting against the Chiefs. Every time I see Taylor Swift, I hope they freaking lose. I hope they lose.
Oh God.
I'm just saying.
Who cares? I don't care that much. Honestly, I could care less.
My Lions did beat them on the season opener. So.
All right.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Don't we gotta? Yeah, go ahead.
Let them live. Let them live. Let's get to this final ad, and we'll be right back for the final topic.
Thank goodness.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that because let's be real. A lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I got to tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast. And because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
All right, more people are Googling I am tired more than ever. In a depression-related news, the phrase I am tired is the most Googled point in the history of Google Trends. The search terms chart looks like a widely successful stock, climbing steadily since Google Trends data began in 2004 and peaking in late August, with inhabitants of South Dakota and Utah searching for the phrase more than anyone else. Wow. What says you, Boogie?
I mean,
why do you think people are Googling I'm tired more than ever?
I mean, I don't have to Google it. I know I'm tired. I think people are Googling I'm tired just to find remedies.
Yeah.
And, other options to combat being tired and try to find, medicine or herbal remedies to try to figure out what's going on. But we all know what's going on, everybody. We are overworked.
Yep.
We are underpaid.
Yep.
We are overspending.
Yep.
We are we out here surviving, okay? We out here
we ain't thriving, we surviving.
We out here surviving just to be regular.
Just to get by.
Exactly. Of course you're tired. Everybody's exhausted. Everybody's exerting all this extra energy that you got to find just to be civil. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
At a work environment,
I feel like it takes a lot of energy just to say good morning to some people. It's like, God damn, I don't want to be here. Man. I think it's funny that the people in South Dakota and Utah had the highest search for that, because it's like, have you ever been to those places? There's nothing to do in Utah unless you're gonna be a Mormon. In South Dakota, who the hell lives in South Dakota? Like, I mean, let's look and see how many people actually live in South Dakota. I actually knew a person when I worked at the Verizon store in Chicago from South Dakota. And I was like, why are you here? And he's like, have you ever been to South Dakota? And I was like,
He
I
was
guess
like,
that makes sense.
exactly.
Let's see. South
Exactly.
Dakota's population, but their cost of living is 6% lower than the national average. Might
Oh.
need to move to South Dakota.
Oh.
Let's see the population. Damn, not even 1 million people. It's just under 1 million people live in South Dakota, so it's desolate. I gotta say, boredom alone is probably why you're tired. When I'm bored, I'm really tired. I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll take a nap. You know, so but I agree with you, Boogie. Everything that you said, us being tired from work, it costs too much to even breathe. Every time you go outside, it's $100. $100. Like, go to the grocery store. $100 does not even fill up the trunk like it used to. $100 might be a bag and a half, depending on what you buy and the grocery that you go to. It's too much. But it's also sad that is the most Googled phrase. Like, come on, the powers that be. I know y'all seeing this. If we're tired, I wonder how the people at the top really feel. I wonder how
they feeling great. They feeling good, feeling great. Trying to figure out how they can suck out more resources,
more life out of us.
Yeah, out of us. You know what it is? I'm ready to burn it all down.
At this point.
Where are we? Like, I know Paris had a revolt, and other countries had some.
I want my picket sign.
I'm ready to throw it all in. I'm ready to tear up these leases and
we're not gonna take it. I mean, at this point, that is, I feel like whenever that happens, because I feel like we're on the brink of something, I'm gonna be
bubbling, right? I feel like it's bubbling, like, especially in America. I feel like, because as much as we've been taking a lot of shit left and right for years, and I feel like the government, the government's about to shut down again. With
tomorrow.
The government's about to shut down again. But the point is, why is the government shutting down if there's nothing to work? Right. There's nothing working. There's nothing to govern. Okay.
You know what? Here's what we need to do to stop this government shutdown. Not a single politician, not a single anyone that represent congressman, whatever. You don't get paid neither. If government employees can't,
they're kickback.
You should not get paid. Term limits, all that. We need it all. We need it all. But yeah, it just got to be something. You know what? Also, though, you know, I feel like because weed is legal in a lot of places. Could we, conspiracy beanie? Could we be tired from all the weeds, Boogie? Could we be tired from the weeds?
I will say, I have decreased my intake.
Okay.
Because I do find myself a little more groggier because of my little stints of weed.
The microdosings.
Yeah, so I have been more on the natural high, if you will.
Getting the fresh air in the lungs.
Yeah, and really seeing the colors, if you will.
So you make a very valid point because normally I like to dabble before we get on the pod. Didn't do no dabbling this morning.
Yeah, you seem more alert, if you will.
Well, you know, I'm still working off of the residual from last night.
Yeah.
You know, I had great sleep, had my ocean themes on, but also I dabbled in the unicorn piss last night. It's a strain. I dabbled.
Whoa.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. Unicorn piss.
You just don't throw that out just all willy-nilly.
If you see, for all my people who dabble, if you see unicorn piss at wherever you frequent, get it. And I will tell you, Boogie, I'm off of residual high from last night. I smoked at like 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. You know, I am still feeling it. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Because I'm like, I kind of want to go to sleep, but I'm kind of like, oh, you up.
Oh,
It was just like, so I agree with you. Some strains of whatever you do, especially edibles, I think the edibles stay in my system so much longer than the actual smoking. And I
yeah,
do feel the grogginess from the edibles.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yo,
That's
this
why
ain't
I
it.
micro. That's why I micro. So yeah, I get it. But I I want better for all of us.
I do
Let's not
too.
be tired no more. Let's
4-day
destroy
work week.
it. Let's not. Yeah, where's our siesta? You know?
Man, when you go to Europe, especially when you go during like a holiday or siesta, you're like, where's everybody at? Like, where are y'all at? And it's like, oh, it's that time where we're
Yeah.
not doing anything from like 3 p.m. to 8. It is
Yeah.
it is like a ghost town,
Yeah.
and they'll give you your food and they don't come back. Like, oh, I went on my siesta. I'm clocking back in from siesta. Like, okay, you guys are
Yep.
good. Let me take your bill.
Yep.
Like, they have it figured out over there in those countries where there's 4-day work. They got it. It's phenomenal. It's no wonder why those people look so vibrant, so
Yeah.
rejuvenated. You got
Alive.
universal health care.
Yeah.
You could have babies and they actually give you kids to take care of your kids. Here in America, you're on your own. It's like, stop it. Cut it out.
Oh God.
We have come to the end of another great episode. I know you guys have been waiting. I know you guys are like, well, Nate might not be that high, or maybe it's the residuals that he's on right now, because it's time for Nothing Blunt Facts. It's the time of the show where we hit you in the gut with a blunt fact, or it might be like, this guy is really high. So here it is. Boogie. I've been doing a lot of sitting out in the wildlife. I'm enjoying the leaves changing and everything. And with me sitting outside, I have noticed that squirrels are just rats that do parkour.
God.
Squirrels are rats that do gymnastics. Just everyone listening or watching, go look at some squirrels. Just look at squirrels in the trees. And it's just like, wow, it's magical. How did you make that jump? Like, I thought you was gonna fall. Nope. Got it, doing a little loop-de-loop and up in the air onto the next branch. Squirrels are rats that do parkour. They're the fancy rats of the rodent population. So that would be the blunt fact there. Squirrels are fancy rats that do parkour. Do what you will with that. Do what you will with that little tidbit of information. I got nothing left for the people who like subscribe on your podcast platform. Shout out to the day ones. We appreciate you guys for checking in. What you got for the peeps, Bugs?
Thank you guys. Each and every time we post, you guys are there listening, commenting, liking. We appreciate it. Keep it going. Please remember to smash that bell. Okay, on the tubes, so you can get all of the notifications when our content drops as soon as it drops. And don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend.
The people on SoundCloud are telling their friends because SoundCloud's holding us down. The
Tell
rest of
more
y'all
friends.
ain't telling nobody.
Yeah.
Google, get your stuff together. YouTube, get your stuff together. Apple, get your stuff together. I should have said shit, but
It's all good. But yeah, tell a friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening too. We appreciate it though.
We'll be back next week because spooky season is upon us. You know what? Since Halloween is coming, you know what, Boogie? I think we should do it. We talked about it. We should just do an episode of just weird craziness. I think we're going to put one of those out here for y'all. Maybe around that Halloween time, we'll just give y'all some off-the-wall topics.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I ain't got nothing else. Y'all know my name.
I'm Adrian Brady Bird.
We out of here.
Bye, y'all.